Greetings, fellow Whovians. Well, time for another Third Doctor Adventure review, and today we're going to be looking at The Mind of Evil. Mwahaha. Anyway, here we go. The Third Doctor and Joe Grant visits Stangmore Prison to examine a new method treating criminals, whereby negative impulses are removed from the mind using the killer machine. Professor Kettering, who is managing the use of the process at the behest of the absent Emil Keller, reconditions a number of inmates, including Barnum, a hardened criminal who reverts to an innocent and childlike state due to the process. The Doctor's suspicions about the killer machine are heightened following a string of deaths, including that of Kettering himself, which occur when the machine is operated. Each death seems to involve personal phobias, and the Doctor is threatened by an inferno when he gets too close to the machine. Meanwhile, Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart and the troops of UNIT are handling the security arrangements for the First World Peace Conference. Captain Chinley of the Chinese delegation, whose delegate leader is dead, is behaving strangely and attempting to heighten tensions in relations with the United States. It emerges that her actions are under the influence of the Master. Dun dun dun. She uses the transmitted power of the killer machine against the American delegate, Senator Alcott, who barely survives the attack. Captain Chinley is deconditioned by the Doctor and tells him that Emil Keller is in truth the Master, whom the Doctor previously trapped on Earth by stealing the dematerialization circuit of his TARDIS. Back at Stangmore, a riot has broken out and resulted in a dangerous criminal who was next in line for the killer process, Harry Mailer, seizing control of the prison. Jo is briefly taken hostage, but she enables the guards to retake the prison. The Master, who has heard the Stangmore riot by eavesdropping on UNIT's radio communications, arrives and meets Mailer, to whom he supplies enough gas grenades for Mailer and his prisoners to retake control of the prison. The Doctor returns to the prison only to be captured by the Master, who sets the killer machine loose on the mind of his old foe, weakening the Doctor considerably. The Master is losing control of the killer machine, which contains an alien mind parasite that is dangerous even to a Time Lord, and forces the Doctor to help him contain its power. This done, the Doctor is returned to his cell. The Master has come to Stangmore to recruit the prisoners as a private army, and uses them to hijack a UNIT convoy, transporting a deadly Thunderbolt nerve gas missile, which he intends to fire at the peace conference. Captain Mike Yates, who was in charge of the convoy, is taken prisoner by the criminals. Left in the dark, the Brigadier decides the Thunderbolt missile must be at Stangmore and comes in to the rescue in a Trojan horse-style assault. Nice. UNIT troops take control of the prison, killing Mailer and the other leading rioters. But the killer machine is growing stronger, and now breaks free the temporary restraints placed on it by the Doctor, who discovers by chance that Barnum, having previously been subjected to the killer process and thus having no evil left in his mind, has become immune to the mind parasite. Well, that's good. Yates manages to contact UNIT and informs them that the Thunderbolt is hidden on an abandoned airfield near the prison. The Doctor contacts the Master, offering him to return his dematerialization circuit in exchange for the missile. The Master agrees on condition he will come alone, but the Doctor uses Barnum to transport the killer machine to the airfield and turns the mind parasite loose on the Master. The Master helpless, the Doctor is able to trigger the missile self-destruct circuit, and the Thunderbolt and the killer machine are destroyed. The Master uses the chaos to escape with his dematerialization circuit, killing Barnum in the process. He contacts the Doctor by telephone to taunt him that he is now free, while the Doctor remains trapped in his exile on Earth. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, boy. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a Facebook thing to take care of. Anyway, let's look at some continuity, production, and also the themes of this story. An insight to the Master's motivation and his relationship with the Doctor is given when the mind parasite turns on him and attacks him with images to evoke his deepest fear. The Master is confronted with and recoils from images of a gigantic Doctor towering over him, laughing uproariously at him. Get back here. The mind parasite attacks the Doctor on 3 separate occasions. The first visions are tongues of flame, enveloping the Doctor's terror-stricken face. He tells Jo as he recovers, "Not long ago I saw the entire world consumed by fire." This is a reference to a recent serial Inferno, also written by Don Hewden. The images in the 2 later incidents are of past monsters, including the War Machines, a Cyberman, and a Zarbi. During these latter hallucinations, Dalek Dalek voices heard chanting for subjugation, extermination, and destruction. Working titles for the story included The Pandora Machine, Man Hours, and The Pandora Box. This serial features a guest appearance by Michael Sheard, who had previously appeared with William Hartnell in The Ark, and will later appear with Tom Baker in Pyramids of Mars as Orange Scarman, and in The Invisible Enemy as Lo, and with Peter Davison Castrovalva as Murgrave, and with Sylvester McCoy and members of the Daleks as headmaster at the Coal Hill School. The production filmed in Kent where some exteriors, primarily for Stanmore Prison, filmed in and around Dover Castle. The junction of Archer's Court Road with Pineham Road in Whitfield was the location where the Master's troops ambushed a missile convoy. The hangar at the former RAF swing gate was used as the Master's hiding place for his deadly missile, and Stonehill Park, formerly Manston Airport, was the base for the helicopter company providing the choppers and aerial footage in the series. This serial went so excessively over budget, primarily due to the use of the helicopter in Episode 6, that its director, Timothy Combe, was banned by Barry Letts from being considered for any subsequent Who work. Yeesh. James F. McGrath of the Pathos Religion blog notes that the serial poses the question of pacifism in relation to Barnum's mental state after the mind parasite has extracted all the negative impulses from his mind, and asks, can pure unadulterated kindness ultimately prevail, or does it take evil, in whatever small measure, to effectively combat evil? In the serial itself, the prison's medical officer tells Joe Grant that Barnum, his mind largely blank, is either an idiot or a saint, depending on how you look at it. Pacifism as a theme has been explored in much greater depth in the William Hartnell serial The Daleks, in the context of the conflict between the peace-loving Thals and the warlike Daleks, which companion Ian Chesterton has resolved the question for the audience. Pacifism? That only works where everyone feels the same. Yes, indeed. I would have to agree with that, Ian. I would definitely have to agree with that. So, a very interesting serial with some pretty interesting overall themes. So, I give The Mind of Evil 4 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, join me next week as we find ourselves trapped in the claws of Axos. So, until then, this is Hoovy and Queen saying, oh my giddy aunt! When I say run, run! I burst polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo! Bow ties are cool, fences are cool, and Stetsons are cool.